what if there is a lot of storm damage? What's the next step then?
Yeah, I mean, if there is a lot of storm damage, then we're going to make them aware of that. But we're not going to lead with that. And where most companies want to come in and look at the damage, create a sense of urgency, create a sense of need. You need to file a claim. We're doing it more as a afterthought. Like, oh, by the way, you do have damages too. So there is an option if you want to that you might want to consider filing a claim. I think these are covered. We're not insurance claim specialists. We're not policy experts. We don't want to be any of those things. We just want to be roofers.
So you just let them handle it with their insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We give them every piece of information that they need, and then they handle their claim.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear roofers all the time, well, I filed 6 claims. I'm like, you have 6 houses? You must be doing really well. And they're like, well, no, and I'm like, well, how did you file a claim? It's not your claim. It's not your house. It really bothers me when I hear people say that. And I know some people just aren't choosing their words carefully. And they're like, well, I know what you mean. And I'm like, I do know what you mean, but I also know what you said. And if that's the way you're saying it, then that's probably the way you view it. And I think that's a real problem. The insurance game has gotten very difficult, very messy. I'm a big believer in what we call sandboxes. When I teach these classes and I teach my own team, we draw real clear lines around each person's role and their sandbox. Claims shouldn't really exist in the contractor sandbox. And so my team knows what that sandbox is, and we are very diligent about making sure that they don't get outside of that sandbox. And so if somebody says, well, I have a claim, and how does that work? I'm like, well, I mean, I can't tell you exactly how it works. If you've had a claim of your own, you can be like, well, this is how it worked for me. You say, well, I've had customers, and usually it looks something like this. But honestly, if you really want the detailed information, you need to talk to your agent. You need to talk to maybe a public adjuster or somebody else. But I can tell you what generally happens is something along these lines. But don't take my word for it. You need to double check that if you want. They ask questions, and we answer those. And again, we provide what we believe is objective truth. Answer those questions. Ask them some questions, kind of plant some seeds, get their critical thinking going. And then it's pretty clear. A claim is pretty simple. It's gotten very complicated, but it doesn't need to be. And so that's something that John and I have really worked through and tested and developed our method for that. And in that method, I don't even speak to insurance companies anymore. And we work with a lot of homeowners who have claims.
Yeah.
I don't go to adjuster appointments, which is a very hot button issue right now. I made a post just yesterday about it. And just a very simple post about adjuster. Do you still go to adjuster appointments? What do you hope to accomplish? Have you thought about not going? Something like that. 2 or 3 questions. And I think we're up to close to 200 comments. I mean, people are freaking out about that. But for us, I don't recommend anyone. Why would a roofer go to an adjuster appointment?
That's between the homeowner and the insurance company.
100%.
Yeah.
The more we involve ourselves, the more screwy the whole thing goes. And what I've found out is the less we involve ourselves and the more we educate homeowners, the better it goes for them and also then for me.
Is there any change to the billing process though on the back end if the homeowner is working with their insurance and they're like, hey, I can't pay you till the insurance pays me?
Very few homeowners would ever say that. It's just that roofers tell them you don't owe me until the insurance pays. In what other scenario would a homeowner expect to receive a service and then not have to pay? If you have your HVAC done, you pay.
Yeah.
If you have electrical work done, you pay. A lot of these beliefs that roofers have, they think it's from the homeowner, and it's absolutely not. It's because they tell them that's what they should expect. You know what I mean?
So if you just tell the homeowner, hey, this is when...
If I told the homeowner, when we're done with this roof, I have to pay my crew. I have to pay my salespeople. I have to pay my team. I have to pay the materials. I need to be paid. But don't worry. You're going to submit our contract and tell the insurance company that it's done, and they're going to release the rest of the money to you. So you're only out of money for a little while. Now, do we always do that? No, not necessarily. If we have to wait, we can, but we don't wait months and months and months. If you tell the homeowner, you don't owe us until you receive it from the insurance company, and then you put the roof on, they've got what they want, right? They got their roof, and so they're not going to be highly incentivized to... if that insurance company decides they're going to take forever to release the check, or maybe they release it right away, but it's got the lender on it and the mortgage company is taking forever to release it. I've never seen a homeowner beat down the door of the lender or the insurance company saying, hey, you got to get my roofer paid. You got to get my roofer his money. It just doesn't really happen. But if it's their money they're waiting on, the reimbursement,
they're
gonna be all over it, and they're gonna get that check real quick.
Yeah. What about the supplements? Isn't there just a lot of money being left on the table with the supplements?
Most roofers go, well, we'll do it for whatever the insurance company says or whatever we can get them to agree to.
Right.
In which case, yeah, there's going to be money left on the table. We don't do that. We say the roof is going to be this much, and they go
based on whatever system they chose, and
based on whatever system I chose.
Yeah,
I'm a contractor. I don't work for the insurance companies, and so I say the roof. I can do the roof for 20. Well, my insurance company's only paying 18. Okay, well, I don't think that's really how it works. Like, they don't get to determine the price. So you can either pay me the $2,000 difference, or you might need to ask your insurance company some questions. And if you ask the right questions, you get the right answers pretty darn quickly. So we get what our number is every single time. And so my retail number and my claim number is the exact same. Like, there's no difference between the two. And so,
because you're kind of coaching the homeowner, like, hey, if this is the price, if you want to go pressure your insurance company
and get a quality build that's done to code, crazy, I know, in the roofing industry, and you want a manufacturer's warranty and you want a labor warranty and you want it well done, this is what it would cost to have that with me. And I don't care what the insurance company says or pays. Like, wholly irrelevant now.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, this is a new thing. Like, I used to be caught in that old mindset as well. And I just realized that we're playing a game that just kind of sucks. We're playing a game that we're not in control of. And there's all these other people and entities that have influence and control over my business. Why would I do that? That's crazy. And so it really didn't take that much to think it through and redevelop a new model. And a lot of guys might hear that model and they go, well, that wouldn't work here, or I don't believe him. That's fine. I don't care. At this point in Master Your Craft, there's probably 50 to 100 roofing companies across the country that are running this model, and it works. I had my first person reach out to me and say, hey, I've been trying this and it doesn't work. And I immediately called him. Because, like, I got the text. He's like, hey, I want to talk to you about this. And I'm like, oh, here's another, like, testimonial. Here's another. Because if you look at my phone, I've probably got 10 unread messages right now. People going, holy crap, Chris, this is so much better. Thank you. This is amazing. So I thought it was one of these. He's a guy in Michigan who's very, very sharp, a good quality roofer. So immediately I'm like, we need to get on a call right now. Like, what's going on? And then after we talk a little bit, he goes, well, I'm really just kind of venting. And it's really not that it doesn't work. It's that I've got one or two kind of rogue insurance adjusters who aren't playing by the rules, so to speak, or whatever. And so, okay, so the model works. You've just got a couple anomalies here. But my point is it works. It works in any market. Honestly, it's something that you can flip that switch. I mean, if you know what you're doing and you take some training on it, super fast. And it just improves every aspect of our business. My people are selling more. They're getting their commissions faster. It's helped my retention of my team. It's helped us recruit, because right now in the industry, if you want to recruit someone, you're saying, hey, come on board with me, and you get to knock doors. And hopefully in like 4 to 6 months, you'll earn a commission and get a paycheck. And we don't have that problem anymore. We close very, very quickly. Our margins are great. It streamlines our processes. Your production guys, like if you got a guy who's in the field doing the manual, like overseeing the crew doing the work, he has to know, is this retail or is this insurance? Well, if it's retail, that's fine. We just do the work and we build a home up. But if it's not, if it's insurance, I got to document this and take these pictures so we can supplement. And in my model, my production team doesn't know if it's retail or it's wholly irrelevant. They just don't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even have the first clue. And so that really streamlines our production as well. So, I mean, we were able to open another branch, which I had never done before, and I'm not like a growth and scale guy. That's just not, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my passion. It's not my skill set. And we opened a branch, and our first year we had no storm. We had no referral base or name recognition, brand recognition. We're brand new in that market. We had 3 or 4 salespeople, and we did $5 million with no storm, no nothing. So I think that's pretty good for our first year. And so now I understand how easy it is for us to open a location and what we need. And under the old mindset, the old model, opening locations is a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
And now it's actually quite easy.